Killing spree. Rampage. Killing spree. Double kill.
Hello everybody, in this video I'm going to take a look at the top weapons for newbies or those who have kind of a, let's say, shaky aim. If you're among those who just, having a bit of hard time playing a first-person shooters and you really don't kind of find yourself shooting accurately, or at least you need quite some time in order to get into, to be at your best, well, these weapons might help you out. So if you see them, make sure you pick them up. And yeah, we're not talking here about the sniper rifles. Of course, sniper rifle requires that you be accurate with this, although it has a great advantage in long range. The other weapons that I'm talking about will be easier for you to control, and make sure you put at least a few bullets in your magazine and into your enemy's body. Alright, so without further ado, let's begin. Alright, the first one we have is the Ravager. Now the Ravager is a pulse-firing weapon that fires plasma. You can kill with this with 2 shots into the body. There's also splash damage, so you don't really need to be super accurate. And this is one that will make your enemies be afraid of you. They're probably going to make sure they're hidden and try to shoot you from a cover rather than to try face you directly. So the first time I put my hands on this weapon, I eliminated tons of enemies, and I was fighting, not this one what you see here, but when I played with this in the tougher matches against tougher boss, I was getting lots of kills with it. And with the other weapons, well, I'm kind of so-so. So from that point on, I knew that when I see this weapon, I need to pick it up. It's just that powerful. One thing to note is that this has a kind of a really short fall-off. So basically, if you are aiming at enemies far away from you, or they are in an elevated far away from you, you need to aim up above their head in order to get hits. Something to get used to. Not a big trouble, but again, if you are in short mid-range, you're going to be devastating with this weapon. Next one we have the Pulse Carbine. It's effective at close to medium range. It's a burst firing weapon with projectiles that track targets. So this is very hard weapon to avoid. At least you're going to get a few bullets in for sure, because you can just spray them in any pattern you like. The bullets don't move so fast, and of course you can spray them vertically or horizontally on whatever pattern you like. And this confuses enemy because they try to avoid you based on your location rather than just following your bullets. And this way you can actually put lots of hits and confuse your enemies. So you can actually see how the bullet follows the target. The target needs to be close to where you actually aiming, where the bullets are located to follow it. It's also good when enemies jumping up and down, for example, or just moving horizontally west, a bit small to the left, small to the right. But again, if they run fast, it just won't happen. So it's a little radius where the bullets are very close to the enemies, and the enemy doesn't really move a lot. Then it will connect.
Double kill. Killing spree.
Now take a look at how the bullets actually track the target. Even if you aim up above the head, the bullet will just fly, see, towards the enemies. This is amazing for taking enemies behind cover, enemies that move fast in either direction, doesn't matter where they run, you just will follow them. It's amazing when you're shooting from cover, like taking cover and shooting, go back, hide, shoot, go back. You don't need to expose yourself a lot, but the bullets will still travel towards your enemy. And with so many bullets flying towards your enemy, I'm telling you, they will probably hide when they see you using this weapon.
Double kill.
Next in our list is a rocket launcher.
Killing spree. Ammunition low.
So the M41 SPNKr is devastating. This is the type of weapon. If you play, for example, Destiny multiplayer, You probably know that you always try to get to the heavy ammo to get more ammo for your rocket launcher, because rocket launchers are absolutely devastating. Same in this game. This one is absolutely a blast. The blast radius is relatively large, so you don't need to be super accurate, and of course one shot kill every time.
Left Spartan. Power items en route. Ammunition low. Power items have arrived. How tragic for them. Ammo reserves depleting. Running riot.
Just keep in mind that you won't have these weapons forever, and that sometimes because you have low ammunition, you need to reload after another respawn in order to continue using them. So again, keep in mind you won't have this forever when you pick them up. Power weapons are very powerful, but again, they don't last forever. Next one, Heatwave. Well, Heatwave is a semi-automatic hard light weapon that fires 6 projectiles in a set pattern. Basically, if you use right click on the mouse, you can actually change the pattern from vertically to horizontally. So this kind of ensures that you can put either at least some bullets. For example, when enemies are running, for example, left and right, you can use it horizontally, so actually a few bullets will hit them at least. You know, probably you won't be able to kill this fast, but again, at least you can get some shots in. You can use vertically if enemies are maybe just jumping up and down, or if you really want to make sure that you put as many bullets as possible into your opponent's body. And because of this, this weapon is very, very versatile. And again, if you're new, don't have really a sharp aim, because of the spread of the bullets, and they can actually fit the way people are actually moving, either they're running left and right, or trying to jump or shooting, you know, and trying to confuse you. At least you have kind of advantage in those situations. That being said, it's probably among the weapons that is harder to control compared to the others that I showed you. But again, if you gain control and you get experience with this weapon, you can be very, very devastating with it. And the other great thing about it, this is kind of a very good support weapon. If you see other fighting, for example, you can just stand a bit back and just, you know, put lots of bullets in, or recently, especially if you are fighting a group of enemies. So overall, fantastic weapon. But again, compared to the other, just take more time to practice with this and get used to. But again, it's make sure that even if you have kind of a really not that great aim, you're still gonna put some bullets in.
Bank shot. Double kill.
Last but not least in our list is, well, the gravity armor. This weapon is crazy. This is a melee weapon, by the way. The only one in our list here that is just devastating. You need to be very close to your opponents in order to eliminate them. You don't be super accurate, but if you are very, very close, you eliminate them with one hit. And if you're a bit far, it's still going to deal lots of damage. One thing to keep in mind though, that you need to be strategic with this weapon. You need to kind of make sure you position yourself well, because if you rush towards enemy, they will take you down very, very fast. So you still are very well exposed if you are in the open. But again, with this weapon, you probably want to hide and wait for your enemies to come through a certain air location, and then you can surprise them with this. And trust me, there's not a lot they can actually do with this. Unless maybe you have an armor, you want to rush to them and hit them, that might work. But overall, this is just a devastating one-hit kill that just does the work easily. And you better not die. Somebody can take your weapon. That's not nice. Yeah, so this is my list. These weapons will be absolutely devastating in the battlefield. Just make sure that when you see them, you pick them up and make sure to recharge them again. Some of them are not really nice when you actually drop them, when the enemy has a chance to actually get their hands on, especially the gravity hammer. But overall, each one of them can give you even more kills when playing competitive matches. And this is it. Tell me which one you prefer best based on what you see here, and which one you think is the most powerful among all of those. If you have anything to add, let me know in the comment section below. And good luck playing with those weapons. I see you in the next video. Consider subscribing to my channel. Give this one a little like. See you soon. Bye bye.